All right, so let's move on to another topic. There's this really interesting story in today's newsletter, and we want to ask you about it. The airline, AeroMexico, wants more Americans to visit Mexico.
Right.
So this is what they did to appeal to Americans. Let's show a little bit.
Mexico's first destination is America. But America's first destination is not Mexico. So we went to a typical American town to ask why they don't consider Mexico an option to travel to.
Would you consider going to Mexico?
No way.
The idea of going to Mexico is not something that I would foresee.
That's not my cup of tea.
Let me stay here in peace and let those folks stay on their side of the border.
Do you like tequila?
Yes.
Do you like burritos?
Yeah.
Do you like Mexico?
No.
And when your company name is AeroMexico, well, so how do we increase USA flights to Mexico if a big part of Americans just don't like Mexico? According to the Department of Homeland Security, Mexican immigration goes as far as the 1800s settling in on the South, meaning that a big percentage of Mexican ascendants in the USA doesn't even know it yet. So we did a DNA test to prove it and turn those results into discounts. The more Mexican they are, the more discount they get.
Joshua, you are 18% Mexican.
Oh, wow.
So you get 18% off to fly to Mexico. Charlotte, you are 14.4% Mexican. You're 22% Mexican.
That's bull. That is bull.
You are 18% Mexican.
Well, that's better than you.
So you get 22% off to fly to Mexico.
Oh, come on now. Seriously?
It's such a clever idea.
That is so great.
Yes.
Oh, man. You know, I've always kind of wondered about that. You know, we interviewed Congressman Will Hurd, he's from Texas. I always wondered about the fact that people in the great state of Texas love everything Mexico.
Right.
Food. Half the towns are named like in Spanish,
Right.
but for whatever reason you get attitudes like that.
Yeah.
So what's your take on this ad?
I mean, whoever came up with this idea should get a raise.
Yeah.
I mean, it was brilliant. I mean, what's interesting about, I mean, like, you know, it's well done, and it kind of, the aim is obviously to kind of twist the knife a little bit and say, look, all these people who have prejudices against Mexico as a country or as a culture, actually, they themselves are part Mexican. Whatever that means. I don't know how they define it.
I got more than you.
Yeah, because who wouldn't
great.
like a discount?
But it's also
at the
like,
end of
because
the
it
day?
kind of like, it puts in direct opposition people's kind of personal prejudices and they're
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
their personal like commercial interests. So like, oh, but wait, I could get a deal? You mean I could
Yes.
be, I'd rather be 70% Mexican. It's going to cost me less to get a vacation package to Cancun, you know, so.
Yeah.
But I must say, I have a lot of friends in Texas, and they go to Mexico all the time.
Yeah.
One of my friends has even a home out there. I mean, so it is a place that people
Yeah.
visit, but it is interesting that they went to, I don't know, that town, Wharton, I don't know where it
Yeah.
is necessarily on the, but I'm going to Google it and figure out what's
You know
going
where
on
you get
there.
to? Humor. Even
Yeah.
about some, you know, it's been
Yeah.
pretty dire. Humor goes a long,
really
long
does.
way. We need more of that, I think.
It's also interesting how companies are becoming so like involved in these political debates, right?
Yeah,
I mean, like,
that's super bold because I think most companies would be shying away
Yeah.
from that topic, and they just found the cleverest way to address it.
You know
Yeah.
why? Because unlike some other campaigns that go wrong, like the Pepsi campaigns, for example, to talk about like different,
Yeah.
I think here it doesn't seem insincere. I know they're still trying to sell tickets and they're still trying to get people
Yeah.
to go to Mexico using AeroMexico, but it feels more authentic, I guess.
Hey, I think more airlines should offer discounts based on your percentage of DNA.
Especially for us.
We both did our DNA.
We have so many things going on in our, like we get discounts like to Ireland, to France, to Switzerland, Israel.
I'm down with that.
I'd be down.
Alex, thank you so much.
pleasure
Thanks,
as
Alex.
always.